Hello and welcome back to another video. This is an exciting one because we bought a house. That's so exciting. Yeah, we've got a house. So I'm just going to talk you through the process of buying a house and kind of the steps we've had to take. It's so quick and simple here in Australia. And also, I just wanted to mention, I actually started filming this vlog before we'd bought the house. And my intention was to start filming the process because we've been trying to buy a house for over 8 months. And it was dragging, it was wearing on us a little bit. And I just wanted to film it and show the realities of what it's been like for us buying a house here in Australia. However, I did the first few videos where, I was searching for a house and some of the things I was doing. And then, turns out, those searches actually led to us buying our house. So I hope it's useful for you. I'll get stuck in. So I thought I would quickly jump on because I am sat doing stuff to buy a house. And I know I wanted to document this process from the start to the beginning. And so you can see all the ins and outs of everything we've gone through to buy a house in Australia. So I am currently sat in a car park with ocean views on my laptop, and at the minute what I am doing is I've essentially searched on Google Maps within probably like a 60-kilometre radius estate agents, and I'm now going through every individual estate agent's websites, making sure I'm signed up to their email alerts for houses that are coming off the market, and also looking through their website for off-market properties as well, because not everything is on real estate and lots of things get sold off market as well at the moment. So yeah, I'm just checking around for off-market properties to see if there's anything there that may be of interest to us or anything that we could potentially get a look at without it going to market. So that's what I'm doing right now. It is a long and laborious process. I can tell you that for sure. It takes a long time just going in and out of all the individual websites, getting to the right page you need, all that kind of stuff. So I reckon this is probably going to take at least an hour. So that's what I'm up to. And I thought I would just show you what I'm doing. Sat here in the car because I've just dropped my son off at childcare and I thought I just need to get this done. Hi guys. So, sorry, I'm just in the middle of making tea, but I just have something I needed to update you on. We bought a house. We have bought a house. I'm actually saying those words, and this one feels good. We've had our offer accepted. I actually can't believe it. Like, I started this video the other day, and I was like, thinking this vlog was going to go over like a time span of a few months. Nope. Literally, it turns out all I had to do was start a vlog on how long it takes to buy a house here for us, and turns out that's all I needed to do to buy a house. But so when I showed you the other day that I was sat in the car like emailing loads of estate agents and things like that, one of those estate agents actually got back to me and they said they've got this property, it's off the market, if you'd be interested in coming and having a look, and they sent it over and it was perfect. Like, it literally met our requirements and more. So we were like, yeah, absolutely, like, we'll come on down. And he said that it's not going to do an open inspection or anything like that. It's only whoever's messaged that's interested is going to get a look, essentially. So we went down and had a look, and the house was amazing. There was only 4 people at the inspection as well. So good, such a nice change to when the houses were rammed full of people. And then we left, we put our offer in, and the estate agent actually messaged us like, oh, that was very quick. But we'd filled in that many of these offer forms at this point, like we just knew what we were doing. So this was on the Saturday. So we filled in what happens is when you're at the inspection, you get a form to fill in with your offer, and it asks there kind of like who your mortgage broker is, what percentage mortgage do you require, how much deposit do you have, all of that kind of stuff. And then you fill that in, take a photo, send it over to the estate agent in most cases, from what I've experienced. Sorry, let me just open this. And then what happens is we sent that over, but that morning I had been seeing numbers 111, 222, 444 everywhere, to the point where I ended up pointing out to Liam because I was like, seriously, like, these numbers are all over the spot. So then he started seeing them. Even like our microwave was saying it was 4:44, but it's like first thing in the morning. It's never done that before. So weird. And then we were in the inspection and Liam pulled his phone out to look at the time because we were due at our friend's house, and he was like, oh, it's 11:11, we better go. And I was like, Liam, 111, all again. Like, this is our house. Like, I just knew from that moment. One of the other things I'd kind of done is, like, I'd just been like, universe, like, if you're listening, I want to see a sign of a bee. Not just a bee flying around a flower, I want to see a bee. And then I'd gone on my phone straight after that, and it came up with these little glass bees, an advert for glass bees, and I thought, And then we went to our friends after the inspection, and they were like, oh, so sorry, like, just be really careful, there's bees everywhere. And then we were out on a walk on Sunday, and I'd lost my bee lip balm. Like, I have this wild bee lip balm that I take everywhere with me, but it'd been lost for 2 or 3 weeks. And I put my hand in my pocket whilst on the walk, which I'm pretty sure I'd checked this pocket, but obviously not very well. Pulled it out, and there's my bee lip balm. I was like, oh, just as I found that, my husband's phone rings, and it was the estate agent saying we've been accepted on the house. If that doesn't make you believe in signs, like, I don't know what would. Like, I just felt like I was getting every single sign, and like, so everything just feels so right about this house, which is so nice. And yeah, it just feels good. And like, it's what we're waiting for. Like, it makes sense now why we didn't get so many of the other houses, because this one's so much more like tailored to us, so much more perfect. And like, I always knew that all along. I always knew like that we would get the right house for us, but it's just still hard, like, going through the motions and all the process. So yeah, so we've been accepted on the house, so that's so exciting. And now we are just need to crack on, really. You can't really do too much. We've sent emails and all that kind of thing, kind of got a few things in play. But yeah, we just kind of need to wait till tomorrow, really, to speak to everyone. But it's so exciting. I'm excited, like, oh, so good. But I'll keep you updated with the process and how we get on and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's a little update for you. We bought the house. I'll see you in the next video. Oh my gosh, so we found out yesterday about the house, and already today I'm like, as I'm driving to the shop and stuff, I'm like, I'll just nip past. And yesterday when we found out, actually, we were just down at the local beach, and we were like, on the way back, we'll just nip past. So I've just, today, as I'm like coming to the shops and stuff, I've just drove around the streets and like kind of gathered my bearings a bit and like seen the surrounding area a little bit more, had a little nosy at the house. And oh, I'm just so excited. Even though we're still in this 2-day like cooling off period at the minute, this house just feels so much better than the last one that we essentially bought but then backed out of. And we're still getting all the pre-purchase inspection and everything done, but this just feels right. And I don't really think there's going to be too much that comes up on it. There'll always be something, because these things are forever and nothing's 100%, but it's exciting. And yeah, we already know the electrics and stuff need doing, but thankfully there's an electrician in the family. It really does make a difference. I know some people are like so happy like renting forever, and I actually think financially buying a house, like, there's smarter decisions you can make with your money to make it grow. Yeah, some people might come at me for that, but I definitely think you can invest your money like wiser in other areas if your aim is to make money. But that's not our aim here. We just want to have a family home where we can feel secure, we can do what we like with it, we can make it our own, where we'll grow, and like our son will grow up, our family may grow, like people will come to visit, and just somewhere that we can just feel settled. And I'm really starting to feel settled now. Like, I've said this all the time, like, I've always felt settled in Australia, and I always know I wasn't leaving, but I've constantly got in the back of my head, oh, we're probably going to have to move house again at some point. Whereas now I know one more house move and then we should be done for a while, which is exciting, because by the time, well, they say the most stressful things in life, aren't they? Like moving house and having a baby. Well, we had a baby and moved house 7 times in the first 2 years of having him. So whilst it's not necessarily been overly stressful, it's draining. and it takes a lot out of you. So I'm looking forward to being settling down, and it just means it kind of has a domino effect on lots of other areas of our lives that we're just on hold and waiting for this moment. So it will make a difference. I'm so excited, and I'm excited to share the journey of kind of going through the house purchase. As a bit of an update, what we're doing at the minute is I've just had a call from Liam, and we're looking at getting the same guy in who did the pre-purchase on our last house on this one. So it's only 9 o'clock on Monday now, so we'll hopefully hear back from them soon. Our like solicitor person, we've actually found out that we've both got the same solicitors, us and the seller. So they've said they can do both property, like they can work for both parties, which actually happened to us in England as well. And in England they said no, like we can't do it, like we just have to go with whoever like chose us first. So we could keep the same solicitors, but we've just said, just for due diligence, we're just going to go with someone else. We're waiting to get in touch with our mortgage advisor, who has been very, very helpful, and hopefully he might have someone he can suggest. And then I think they say it takes 2 weeks for the finances, so hopefully 2 weeks that will all be sorted. And we also, today is one of my jobs to sit and get house insurance for the house, because so today's Monday, after Tuesday we need to have house insurance on that house, because essentially we can't back out of the sale then, and then we are responsible for that house as well. So we need to make sure we've got house insurance over there. And then, to be honest, I think I'm going to start packing. If there's anything that this process has taught me from moving to Australia, is just pack little and often, rather than doing it all in one big go. After 7 house moves in 2 years, that's kind of my key bit of advice. That's where we're up to. But I'm going to keep just filming it in real time and take you along. And I'm so excited. We're going to nip in the shops and go to the library now. So if you've heard the dog in the background, the toy dog, yeah, looking forward to sharing the journey with you all. Hello, just another little update on the house front, because I know yesterday I said we were getting our finances and everything done, because that was Monday and it was the first kind of day of the week since we bought the house where we could get in touch with everyone. Well, in less than 24 hours we have had a message from our mortgage guy to say that everything's been approved, we've got our mortgage, and that's mega exciting. Like, all our finances are approved. They say to put aside 2 weeks, Brit. It's literally took 24 hours. So shout out Mortgage Choice. I definitely recommend them. They've been so useful throughout this whole process, and we've been back and forth on a lot of properties with them, and they've helped us every step of the way. So definitely, if you're in the Adelaide area, check out Mortgage Choice. They're based in Glenelg. So we have gone in and had like a few in-person meetings, and yeah, other than that, everything's just done over the phone, and super easy. So 24 hours and all of that mortgage side of things all ticked off. We're now just waiting on what's called a Form 1. So as Noah said yesterday, we were in the cooling off period, which is 48 hours. Now, we've since been informed that the 48 hours doesn't start until we receive the Form 1, and we've not yet received the Form 1, which kind of just has details on any limitations on building on the property and that kind of stuff. So once we've received that, then hopefully we'll be able to get all the contract and everything fully ticked off, get out of that cooling off period, and then it's just wait until the day we move in and get all packed up and stuff. So that's so exciting. But I just wanted to come on and just clarify, or not even clarify, but more just update like what our experience has been, in that the finances have gone through super quickly, and also that we've still got a slightly longer cooling off period because of this Form 1, is what we've been told anyway. That's what we're being advised, so I presume it's correct. For South Australia it's probably different for other states, but yeah, exciting. Hello. So I'm just in my room packing, and I thought it's probably a good opportunity for us to have a little chat whilst I do that. So I've just turned the camera on, and since we last caught up, my brother he's been and gone. So he came for 4 or 5 days to visit. The second that he left, like, we dropped him off at the airport, came back, we like took all of our beds down. immediately our spare bedroom where he was staying has just turned into storage for all of our boxes. So as soon as he left, we started packing away everything, even our bed. This is our mattress, which is on the floor. We've just packed it all away because we're more than happy to sleep on a mattress on the floor for a few weeks, and it just gets things done and ticked off. And sometimes I feel like if you get rid of all the big stuff and put it into a room, you can see a bit more kind of what's going on around you, and you can see the little things to pack, and that makes it a little bit easier, in my head anyway. So we've done that, and then with the whole buying a house process, it's been so quick compared to the UK. We've literally had our finances, so we applied for our finances. Also ignore this mess, it's not normally this messy. I've already got rid of most of my clothes and we've just chucked the rest in there. I'm going to try and whittle this down even more now. But since buying the house, we had our finances back within 24 hours for our mortgage. Fantastic. In the last video I mentioned we were waiting on a Form 1. That came through a few days later. We got house insurance on the house. And once we got the Form 1, we sent our contract that we signed and the Form 1 over to our conveyancer. They checked over that. They were all happy. And then essentially at that point, it was just waiting. The exchange period. It's honestly such a fast process compared to the UK. I reckon our house in the UK, which had zero chain, because we were coming here, we weren't waiting to buy a house. Our buyers were first time buyers, and that honestly took, I think it was 4 or 5 months. Why? I do not know. There's so much like old school paperwork and things involved that are just not a process here. So that was a really like pleasant surprise with the Australian system, just how quick everything's gone through and how easy it's all been. I think Liam had to go into the conveyancer and give his ID and sign a form, and that was about it. Whereas I remember when we bought our house in England, we were in and out of our conveyancers like all of the time. It was such a nightmare. So the process has been really smooth and really quick since being here in Australia. It's amazing just how fast things can go when the systems are a little bit different. I'm trying to think of any other differences. Yes, so I've just remembered we got our pre-purchase inspection done too. So that cost us around $600, I think, and that was to check the house and for pests as well, which we asked for. That all came back absolutely fine. There was a bit of an issue with one of the doors, and when we mentioned it to the estate agent, they said to us, the owners that are selling the house are super nice, I'll mention it to them and they'll probably fix it for you. So they've gone in and got that fixed, and we actually drove past one day when they were fixing the door, and they were also doing all the gardening on the house as well, and I just thought, oh, that's like, it's just nice, isn't it? That's just a nice thing. Like the house, because the house is empty, like it could have just sat there empty and the garden could have kept on just becoming overgrown until we moved in, but they've actually gone in and they've tidied all that up for us, so that's nice. And yeah, hopefully we'll see kind of what the outcome of that is when we move in, but I mean there was nothing major anyway. And I'm just getting so excited now to decorate our son's bedroom, because when we left England, we moved out of our UK house when my son was 4 weeks old, and then we moved to Australia when he was 4 months old, and then we've been in rentals, so we've just never ever like given him his own room. And I know he doesn't need his own room, and there'll be so many people that don't do that, but I think when you can't do it, you're hyper aware of all the other people doing it. Like I remember being pregnant and everyone being like, oh, we're decorating the nursery at like all these mums groups and whatnot, and I was like, oh yeah, our son's not getting a nursery, he's getting a life in Australia instead. So yeah, I'm so excited to go like all out on that nursery. I'll definitely share that with you and some finds, because one of the things I am finding is you have to really look and do your research as well when you move to Australia on like all the Australian brands. Like in the UK, I'd automatically just know like which companies to go to for what, whereas here it's like, oh, you know, like you just got to do all that research again. So I definitely want to share those brands with you of places to go and for certain products and kind of what's worked well for me. This as well. And then aside from that, I think that's probably most of this vlog now. So next week I've got a job interview, I've got the house move, and then I've also got a race that I've been training for. Well, they call it a race. I'm not racing anyone. I'm a slow runner, but I'm gonna do a run. So all of that is happening in the same week next week, but fingers crossed we'll be all right. We're really, really lucky that, and I think this is something that we've noticed as well from our last house moves to this house move, is our last time we moved out of a house, we did it all by ourselves. Like, we had one friend that came and helped just like quickly lift the fridge and stuff that like I literally couldn't lift with Liam. And then the rest we did completely alone. Whereas this time we've got a convoy of people coming. So we've got Liam with his van, we've got our other friends with a ute and a van, and then we've got another friend coming with a ute and a trailer, and then another friend coming with a van. So we've got a whole convoy of people, and I think that just goes to show, like, last time we moved out of our last house, we'd been in Australia a year, and we had friends, we had people we could call on, but it wasn't to the point where we felt that comfortable like asking them for help. Whereas now we've got all like these friendship groups where it's just like they are friends and we can ask for help and they will come and help and they want to help. So that's mega exciting. Like, when my brother was here, we took him on a drive past the house to show him it outside, and like we were laughing about the like for sale signs that they use here in Australia, like the huge like big boards that they put out, and like the personalised like pictures like of the inside house. It's not like England where it's like the bit of cardboard that you stick in and then it blows away a few days later. I am going to do a little mention. You guys hear me talk about these all of the time, but I'm not going to stop because everyone needs to know about them. And that is Wild Refillables. I use their lip balm all of the time at the minute, and I also always use their deodorant, and my husband also uses it now. So we've got our little his and hers, and Liam loves this. Like, he absolutely loves it, and he does such a manual job. He's an electrician, he's out working in the heat. Like, he comes home and he's done like 20,000 steps in a day. Like, he is constantly on the go, and this works for him. Like, that to me is a better testament than anything. Like, I can say that it works for me, like whatever, I'm like pottering around all day, but he is on the go constantly. This works for him. He has now made the switch and will not go back, and yeah, I just love that. And I love that we are both on all natural products now, and they smell amazing as well. They are just so glorious. Hello, so I just realised I didn't outro this video, so I'm just doing a little quick outro now as I'm editing the video, ready for it to be posted. And I just wanted to come on to say thank you so much for watching and for getting to the end of the video. I feel like there's not as much information in there as I thought there would need to be. Now, that's not because there's like I've missed loads of bits out. It's generally this process has been so smooth and so easy. We get the keys in 2 days' time. And I was sat there with my husband last night and I was like, should we be doing something? Like, is there anything extra that we need to be doing? And we rang around like our conveyancer, the estate agent, like the mortgage advisor, and everybody was like, no, that's it. It's all fine. It's all in hand, all ready to go. So yeah, it just feels so super quick and easy, and it feels like we've hardly had to do anything. So it's been a really, really pleasant experience compared to buying a house in the UK for us. And yeah, I've loved that. I hope it's been informative and helped to kind of show you the process of what I did to kind of find the market off market, find the property off market. Said that all the wrong way around, didn't I? To like how you put the offer in here by filling in that form, the offer being accepted, and then receiving finance, and the cooling off periods that you have here, which is slightly different to the UK. And then the Form 1, which seems to be quite important part of the process and with regards to the cooling off period and things. I will say I did mention that our cooling off period didn't start till we had the Form 1, but we were since informed that because we had finances first, it actually starts from when the finances come through as well. So I will just add that in there. And yeah, so then with like the finances, the Form 1, the pre-purchase inspection that we'd paid for. You don't have to, but we just did it. I know the banks do that back in the UK. And then from there, it was essentially a case of, you know, the contract was signed and everything was kind of, went and put a few signatures on a couple of documents. We had to go show our ID and things like that. And then that was it. All ready to go. So yeah, we'll go pick up the keys on Friday, and next time I vlog, I'll probably be in the new house. Can't wait to show you guys. Thank you so much for making it to the end. Please do click subscribe if you would like to see more content about this expat life down under and you want to understand more about life here in Australia. You do get the realities of it. Go to my bio if you would like to sign up to my monthly newsletter, which gets sent out, and every month the topic is chosen by you guys, the subscribers, and I answer your questions on that topic. So yeah, that's a great place to go. Go subscribe there. I'm over on Instagram if you want to follow there. And yeah, I just look forward to meeting you all, and I just look forward to seeing you all next time. Bye.